What's going on, everyone? Welcome to our podcast, Inappropriate and Unapologetic. I'm Kevin.
And my name is Keela, and I'm sure that nobody cares, but we're going to say a little bit about ourselves before we start. I am 26, born and raised in Michigan, spent my whole entire life here. I do have two cats that are going to roam around, Milo and Nala, so you'll be seeing them a little bit.
My name is Kevin. I'm also 26, grew up in Michigan my entire life, and not much exciting has been happening to me except for the fact that there has been way too many funerals in my family.
Yeah.
Like
2 in the last month and a half, 1 death while we were there for one.
Mm-hmm. Which will get me into the first question I have for you. Would you rather take a selfie at every funeral you attend with the body, or object to every wedding that you ever attend?
Okay, but if I object, can I say, just kidding, back
No.
off a little bit?
No.
It's going to object and I have to stand there and say something?
Yes. You don't have to say anything. You just stand up, object to the wedding, or you take a selfie with the dead person.
And here's what I have an issue with that part, is because the funerals that I've been to have been your family. That's how I met most of your family, is through a funeral.
Nope.
So if I did that, they'd be like, who is this disrespectful bitch? Like, get her out of here.
I think it'd be hilarious.
But also rejecting at a wedding, I'd probably choose the dead body, even though you could be like, R.I.P. I don't know.
I'm taking the selfie 9 times.
Well, that's because you're fucked up.
Well,
Yeah.
Everyone's got a little spice in their life.
True. Well, speaking of death, I guess, one of my questions is, how do you feel about the death penalty?
I feel for certain things the death penalty is good. I would say my number one thing, like the number one crime that I would put with the death penalty would be rape.
Like the one you're okay with them getting the death penalty?
Yeah. Convicted rapists for sure, and then child predators for sure.
Okay.
I think both of those are the perfect background for the death penalty.
I actually read something a couple of years ago, which is why I brought this up, is because I think personally that if you have done something bad enough to get the death penalty, that you shouldn't get off that easy with like whatever they're doing now, the anesthesia, the needle one.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't just get off that easy. Let's put these as experiments or test subjects. Like, let's do something with them, put them to work, whatever it takes. But I don't think they should get off that easy. They need to pay for what they've done, and just putting them to death in 1 minute is not enough.
You know what we should do?
And we need human dummies anyway, so let's use them.
Yeah. So we'll just take that. Okay, so we take all of the convicted rapists, murderers, serial killers. We take all those people, and instead of shipping them to our jails, we send them overseas. And so it's like a game of Where is Waldo with all these criminals, and their goal is to catch those criminals and send them back to the state or the country of which they came. And then it's like a whole game. That'd be a wild little...
Yeah, I feel like we would lose as the U.S.
Well, I don't know about that. There's some crazy motherfuckers here.
Yeah. I don't know. This one's Nala. I knew she would come on over eventually.
That's AKA Meatball right there.
Yep, I had all cute names as a girl, and then Kevin came in and renamed both of them.
You know, we got Meatball, and then hopefully Sauce Man shows herself a little bit later, but
they're still cute. I don't mind Meatball, but... All right, anyways, my question number 2. How do you feel about making the elderly take driver's tests?
Ooh.
Yep.
Okay.
I did a paper about this one in high school, so very passionate about it for some reason.
What age are we cutting off as elderly? So like from what age to what age would you need to be tested?
I want to say like 60, but like I know that, once your vision starts to go down or you start having problems, so I know it can vary for each person, but when you start to have problems like that, you need to take a driver's test.
I feel like I'm all for that. I even think that if you get a certain amount of tickets for something, like if it's just like bad driving or like you get too many complaints or something about a bad driver, then you should have to retake it anyways, because wow, there are some shit ass drivers on the road. I
will agree with that. I did, when I was doing my paper, I read that like a certain percentage of accidents are caused by the elderly, and I'm just like, I've been in the car with one. They don't care where they're going. They are just doing whatever they want to do.
Yeah, I want to say my grandma was driving at like 90.
Like a good driver?
I don't know. I didn't hop in the car.
My mom just told me a story. She was in the car with our 90-year-old neighbor who's still alive and kicking, actually.
Mm-hmm.
She does more yard work and outdoor activities than I do,
That's
and I'm
exactly
26.
how my grandma was, too.
But my mom said she was scared for her life while driving, so.
I feel like that's kind of
And
how
driver's
I am.
test.
I feel like that's how I am in your car, too, but it's not like I'm going to force you to take a driver's test because it's just...
Okay, I'm a fast driver, but I'm a safe fast. There's differences between like unsafe fast and safe fast.
I feel like half the time that I drive with you, it's like I look out the window for 1 second, I can see you turn to look at me as I'm looking out the window, and out of the also corner of my eye, I just see a car with the brake lights on, and then it's like,
I know. When I'm driving, it'll be like 20 feet in front of us, and he'll see brakes, and he'll go, ah!
But I'm not.
Which totally freaks me out then.
I'm not a person who gets freaked out when I'm driving. It's just when I have to be the passenger and
Asshole.
trust you. Ugh, that's where it gets a little scuffed for me.
True. This one's Sauce Man. He loves sauce.
That is Sauce Man. He just looks so evil over there. Hopefully, he looks at the
And
camera.
everyone just witnessed him being bad, so.
Yeah, eating the cords and everything.
Anyways, let's get back to the fun notes. That was some serious topics, so let's get back to the fun.
Okay.
All right, fun question number 1. If you were hosting a party and you had to bring something that started with the first letter of your first name, what are you bringing?
I would have to say you're always safe with Kool-Aid. You can bring it straight up. You can bring it mixed. You can bring
Which flavor?
I'm going to have to pick grape just because grape is by far the superior of the Kool-Aid flavor. It's just a superior flavor
I was just going to say, overall, I would agree, superior flavor.
And then when it comes to Kool-Aid, I found a love for Kool-Aid in college. Not even making mixies with it. I'm telling you, you ever have those?
Are you talking about the packets?
The Kool-Aid singles?
Yeah.
Oh, I had 100 of those things, and I'm not even joking about 100. I ate them plain.
What? You didn't even put it in water?
No. Well, I had to have water to wash it down, but it was like eating a Fun Dip. You just take the packet, eat it.
Totally not the same.
Oh, have you ever had one?
No, and I don't ever plan to.
Well, don't knock it till you try it.
You are crazy. Okay, so if I'm bringing something to a party, I actually, since this was my question, I did Google foods that start with K because I had no idea. And let me tell you, I'm stuck between 3.
All right, what are they?
So if it's like a brunch, I'm bringing Krispy Kreme donuts.
Okay.
If it is like an evening thing, depending on the season, I know it's Halloween right now, so I'm going to say Kit Kats. They're probably one of my top 3 favorite candies, so Kit Kats for sure.
Okay, speaking of Kit Kats, we'll get back to your third one in a sec. So we have had 2 bags of candy now. We've had the big Kit Kats and like the little bite-sized ones. I personally think that the little bite-sized ones taste better than the original.
Don't do that to the OGs.
But no, here's the thing. I don't know if it was just the particular batch that we had, but something about the long ones, it just didn't have the flavor that the small ones had. And it was
I
weird.
like the long ones.
I do too, because it's so much more kit for your cat. But I don't know. It was just something about those 2 different bags we had.
I get that though, because honestly, Reese's, I only like the original. I think the ratio when you get into different shapes and sizes is totally whack. I like the original.
The Christmas tree ones?
Oh, I hate the Christmas tree ones.
The Christmas tree ones and the pumpkins.
Oh, I don't like the I don't think I've ever had a pumpkin one.
What?
A pumpkin Kit Kat?
No.
Or I mean Reese's?
Yeah, it's like in the shape of a pumpkin for Halloween.
Well, I know. I got what you were talking about. I just don't think I've had one.
Really?
Probably because I know I don't like the shapes.
They're not bad. I would definitely though.
You're more of a peanut butter fan than chocolate, though. I'm more of a chocolate fan.
Yeah, I definitely love a Reese's, like the cup itself.
Yeah.
But next top 2 would be the Christmas tree and the pumpkins if I had to branch out.
Okay, I can see it.
What is your third one?
Klondike bars.
Oh my!
I know.
I haven't had one of those in so long.
Me either.
What would you do for it?
What do you mean?
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
I'd do a lot. All right, so I know we were already talking about food a lot, but I have another food question.
All right, what you got?
If I was a food, what food would I be? This was a trend on TikTok, so I had to ask him, of course.
If you were food, I'm gonna have to say
Right off the top of your head, first thing that came to mind.
crab rangoons.
Crab rangoons.
Is that how you say it? Rangoons?
So I say it.
Oh, I hope that's how you say it. I would say that you're crab rangoons for sure.
Why?
Well, I would say half the time you're crabby.
I am not crabby.
Fine, grumpy, but crabby, grumpy, we'll put it in the same category.
I will say crab rangoons are probably, Chinese food is my hangover food.
Yes.
Hungover on a Sunday, oh, I'm ordering egg drop soup, fried rice,
Egg rolls?
spicy entree. You like egg rolls are not my favorite. But crab rangoons, oh, we're getting a packet each to ourselves. Yeah. I want 6 in one sitting.
Yeah. Usually I can put down about 5 and I'll give you the last one, but...
Oh, great. So I have 7. Thank you for that. Okay.
But yeah, you're definitely going to be a little crab rangoon. And you're always occasionally filled with the good stuff, you know.
Sometimes they could be good. Okay, I get it. Not a bad answer.
Yeah.
I think if I had to pick a food for you, I would pick a little peanut for your peanut brain. Just kidding. For some reason, when I think of boys, like, you remind me of an asparagus.
Ooh, an asparagus?
Yeah. Like, why? I don't know. A lot of guys remind me of asparagus. I don't know if it's, like, because you're, like, skinny and then your hair is, like, the top, or, like, I don't really know what.
So you just picture me, what am I, just a veggie tail to you?
Yes. Oh, my gosh. Nice.
All right. What is the name of the asparagus veggie tail? If you name it off the top of your head.
Do you know it?
I think so.
I want to say Reggie.
Oh, Reggie's a better answer.
What's yours?
I was thinking Dennis.
Oh.
Look it up.
I think it might be Reggie.
Right now.
Archibald asparagus. Oh, Archie. Oh, it's Archie.
Okay. That's from the VeggieTales?
You're definitely the older guy. Isn't there a younger one too?
Why are you holding up your phone as if they can see it?
Oh, whatever. Maybe they can zoom in.
Is there another asparagus in that show, or is there only the one?
Oh, no, there is a small one.
Oh, I was thinking...
Junior.
Oh. I feel like I remember Junior.
Baby.
Okay. So I'm an asparagus and you're crab rangoons. We've been talking about a lot of food today. We might as well just keep it up real quick, because it's something with you and yellow foods that I just can't not say.
Is it mustard?
No. Bananas and corn. The only 2 yellow foods that I see you eat.
Can I go hide somewhere?
No. Bananas and corn are the 2 yellow foods that I see you eat, and for some reason, both of them need to be cut up every time you eat them.
Oh, yeah. So a banana.
Will you explain that?
Yeah, a banana. And I know people say that you can open it from a different side and the stringies don't come on, which is probably true. But I just cannot eat a banana while it's in the peel. I have to take it out of the peel and then literally cut it up into slices. And preferably eat it with a toothpick, because that's how I grew up. I'll settle for a fork.
Are you serious?
But then also the corn. So I was a spoiled brat growing up, and my dad used to cook corn on the cob, like super fancy. He'd grill it, whatever, and he'd cut it off the cob for me. Like growing up, that he did it every single time. So now when I'm older, I don't eat corn on the cob unless he's there to cut it up for me. Actually, Kevin did cut up my last corn on the cob I had a couple weeks ago for me.
Yeah. And then she tried to get me to do it, what was it, like last week or 2 weeks ago, tried to get me to cut it off again.
They made me do it on my own.
Yeah, she had to grow up and be a big
What am I, a 26-year-old woman?
Yep. I don't know.
Also, I'm like, you don't digest any of the nutrients, and I don't like getting the stuff stuck in my teeth, so I just a solid pass on corn. Well, unless it's steamable in the bag.
Yeah.
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 I do like corn salsa and stuff. I just don't buy it for myself or eat it on the cob, because who likes getting that stuff stuck in their teeth?
Well,
not
corn
me.
Tastes good if it's cooked right, and then you just got to get a toothpick or like a piece of floss, and boom, you're good to go.
Yeah, but it's so much better when you cut it off, because then it doesn't do that.
I mean, I guess.
Well, whatever. You're insane anyway.
Whatever. If you had to pick someone in your life right now to be locked away in a mental institution, who are you picking for that?
Oh, boy. Out of everybody that I know?
All those 5 people.
Okay, you didn't have to out me, but all right. Honestly,
Yeah. You can pick anybody.
probably you.
Me? No shot.
I don't get along with the crazy girls a lot, so I'm just not friends with them.
Okay. But out of everybody you know, you're going to pick me? For what reason?
What
Don't
do you
answer
mean?
that, actually.
I was going to say, really? I don't even know all the thoughts that are going inside your head. I've only heard a couple, and even those ones, take him away.
Take him
Where's
away,
the
lock him
straitjacket?
up. Oh, you think I'm bad? I'm going to have to lock up my cousin in this situation.
Which
Picture, Puff. Puff, if you're watching this, I'm throwing your ass in that institution for sure.
Why? What's
Okay,
wrong with him?
So I would say we were cut from the similar cloth in the way that we operate, like with that kind of stuff. Just like our humor, what we say. We kind of just don't give a shit about what we say. What
yeah,
we
and that's why
offend.
we get along is we're inappropriate and
Yeah.
unapologetic.
But I can't throw you in there because that would just seem like we're coming at each other.
And because I'm definitely not the craziest
Yeah.
person you know.
And I would definitely need to throw him away for a little while just so he could
Well, R.I.P. Puffs.
Yeah, Puffs,
We'll
see ya.
visit you.
lock him up.
I like my answer better, though.
Yeah, of course you do because it's me.
I know.
You're just trying to expose me in front of all the viewers.
Okay, I do have a question, too.
Okay, what?
If you had to go to the North Pole or the Sahara Desert for a whole year, which one are you picking?
For a year? And this scenario is Santa there with his workshop?
Santa's not there.
Okay.
No elves, no workshop,
No toys?
no toys.
Well, I'm still gonna have to pick the North Pole because I can't deal with the heat. I need that cold. Are you serious?
You would like freeze to death.
No, I would chill with the Coca-Cola bears and they would keep me warm, and
What are you gonna eat? The cute little penguin?
I might cook up a penguin or two. Maybe I could have the polar bears hunt for the fish.
They'd probably eat you.
The polar bears?
Yeah.
No, they've quenched their thirst. They don't need
With
any
the Coke?
more. Yeah. A nice cold Coke.
I think I would choose the desert.
Well, you do like the heat, but
I do love the heat.
I don't know if you really understand like the desert. That's just all
Well,
sand.
also you can get How are
you gonna
water
survive?
from cactuses.
Okay.
And you could kill the camels for meat, and then you could literally use the camel for shelter. Here we go. Kill the camel, cook it
Organs?
for food. I don't know about the organs, but whatever I can cook, I'd cook it, and then use its skin for like a little shelter to hide from the sun.
Interesting.
Either that, or I'm gonna hallucinate everything and just die. So
That is probably the option that you would find yourself.
either
in.
way, I'm finding something and surviving.
Nah,
Whether I'm hallucinating it or it actually happened.
that would be a wild scenario for either one of us to try to make it out after a year.
Yeah, I'd die.
You gonna use that same camel for a year?
No, there's gonna be multiple camels.
How many camels are you just gonna have disposal? At your disposal? Ooh.
Well, don't they travel in packs? Oh, well,
Are you talking about wild camels?
also, I'm like, there's no way that they wouldn't just die and cook right away, right? Like, you know
Oh,
how you can cook an egg on cement?
Yeah.
Would that happen to a camel?
No.
Like, you put its meat out and it just cooks?
Oh, maybe. It depends on how hot it is. I feel like that is where it would be anywhere.
yeah,
like, it
Sahara
depends.
Desert? I feel like that's a possibility.
Well, I guess the camel's two birds because if you need water, you just got to cut off its hump and its back and then turn it upside down like a little bowl. That's how those work, right? They're just hollow and they hold the
That's
water?
how I pictured, unfortunately, but I'm sad that we're on the same page for that one.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Better than living in a jungle. If the jungle was one of those options, oh my god, that'd be my last one.
I don't know. I think living in a jungle would be insane. If you can survive
One
in
mosquito would bite you and you'd be dead.
I don't know. There's like 100 uncontacted tribes that live in the Amazon.
Oh, you did just tell me this, actually. That was pretty interesting.
Yeah. And those people are just surviving. Like, they don't even know where half of them are, and they're just thriving in the Amazon, like, just crazy.
I mean, if someone survives, though, and then, you meet someone else who survives and you create a whole tribe that way.
I think they're all separate tribes. They're not even. Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
they
sure
could be
there is a
contact
lot of
with each
separate
other,
ones.
But
I mean, even to create a tribe, though, like, you survived this long, props to you.
I feel like a lot of tribes were created with, like, you got a family that separates because something happens where you have to relocate or you
Yeah.
just lose your tribe or whatever originally. And then you separate, and then it's like you, say, your spouse, and you have a child or two. You go off and make a tribe. Boom, that's automatically a tribe right
My
there.
tribe would be dead.
your tribe wouldn't have even started.
I don't even like mosquitoes in Michigan.
You
I don't like the
Michigan.
spiders. I don't like Michigan. I don't like the bugs that are here.
That's why
We
we're
actually
forced
had
them
a
to stay.
huge spider that was like this big. I would be dead already.
It was just crawling between us. We were laying out on the dock, and it just crawls right
Like from
between
a
us.
web.
Like we were
Oh.
probably as close to each other as we are right now.
Like
Laying
arachnophobia,
down.
me.
Really?
Oh my gosh, like actually.
I hope one of those spiders that they just found from Australia doesn't make its way to anywhere you're at.
No, I totally just got sidetracked because I do have to tell this story.
Okay.
So Kevin just mowed the lawn yesterday.
Oh.
He comes inside. Oh, how'd it go? Good, other than the fact that I skinned a frog.
Oh my God.
I went out and looked at it. It was literally just chilling. Its whole back skinned.
Okay, listen. The frog had to have jumped out of the plant that I was mowing right next to. There's no other way.
And you didn't see it jump out?
No, it probably jumped out right as I was going
You didn't
by.
see like a flattened hole and wondered, hey, what's there?
Well, I'm going to be honest
It
with
was
you.
big enough to where it flattened the grass.
I didn't even see it the first time. I think I went over that spot twice. I didn't see it both times. So I don't know if it was just placed there as like someone was trying to throw me under the bus as a frog killer.
Now you are a frog killer.
Well, it's
Anyways,
okay.
I'm so glad it didn't happen to me. I would have been bawling my eyes out, traumatized.
We're having a little funeral for him tonight, so it should be fine. A little froggy send off. Cook up some frog legs.
Oh, ew.
We'll send him out on a good note.
Okay, anyways, let's get started with the game.
So at this point of the podcast, we're gonna play a little game.
Game time.
Every week we might try something a little different, but at least right now we're gonna start with a little drawing game.
Yep.
So how this is gonna go? We're gonna start off by drawing the same character, whoever we choose, and then after that we're going to do one.
We're each going to pick for the other person of what they're going to draw.
Yes.
So for the same one that we're going to draw, you want to do Plankton from SpongeBob?
We can do Plankton.
Okay.
All right. We're going to take
What?
2 minutes to draw Plankton, and then we're going to see how we go.
All right. Timer set. Ready?
Yep.
Set. Go. All right. 3, 2, 1. All right.
Okay. Ready?
Ready?
Here's my Plankton.
You were
Okay.
trying to draw Mr. Krabs.
Well, he was getting angry because he's stealing his Krabby Patty. Okay. Yours is actually pretty good. I like the Karen in the background. That's actually cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And for you, I already know who I'm choosing.
Yeah, I think you might have won that round. So I definitely need this redemption. So who are you choosing?
I'm going to say Courage the Cowardly Dog. Sticking with the 2000s theme.
You ever watched that show as a child?
I was not allowed to watch anything from Cartoon Network. So I was not allowed to watch that or Ed, Edd n Eddy or what else was on there? Get down here.
The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Oh, I feel like I
Codename
did
Kids
try to
Next Door.
Okay, I think I did try to sneak some, but my mom was around a lot as a kid, so
Yeah.
she would catch me every time.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to watch that Ed, Edd n Eddy show a lot.
I was a Nickelodeon girl.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I think I would wake up early before school, watch, like, I'm talking early, so you're like going to school at 7. I'm waking up at you leave at 8.
Yeah.
I'm waking up at 7 as a child, watching TV. I remember my dad would always be in the shower. I'd like wake up like with him or something. He'd take a shower. I'd go to the family room. I'd watch all the shows, and then
Like on Cartoon Network. Was that your go-to Cartoon Network?
I think it was more of like, I feel like it was considered Adult Swim, like with Ed, Edd n Eddy at that time of the morning. It was like too early for Adult Swim, but too.
That would make sense as to why I wasn't allowed to watch it.
Yeah, I didn't watch it that much, but there were some times I would sneak that show and just be like, Ed, Edd n Eddy.
Oh yeah.
And a
Anytime my
little
mom
intro.
saw the Cartoon Network, she goes, "Change it."
Really?
Mhm.
Every time?
Yep.
Just for Cartoon Network?
Yep.
Really?
Like for some reason, she watched. It probably was Ed, Edd n Eddy on there, and like said absolutely not. Said no to the channel completely, and
Damn.
SpongeBob it was for me.
Yeah, I feel like I watched Ed, Edd n Eddy when I got. Oh, that's.
I also grew up with two younger sisters, though. So we were Powerpuff Girls, Little Mermaid. We were into the girly stuff.
The worst of the shows.
I know, right?
It's okay. So you're giving me Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yes.
I'm going to stick with SpongeBob just because we've already had a discussion and you don't know many characters. So I'm going to give you Larry the Lobster.
Oh, boy.
Do you want to do 3 minutes for this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to need it.
Yeah. I might make Courage a little fun.
All right, ready?
Know. Yeah.
And go.
Oh, my God. I don't know what it is about me and drawing. I just can't draw hands. They look like little dandelions.
I can't even think of what Larry the Lobster looks like.
He's a lobster. You know what a lobster looks like? We just had lobster.
I used to work at Red Lobster.
He already gets a tailor. Oh, I botched him already.
It's okay. I'm pretty sure my Larry is not even going to look anything. Can't think of what the head looks like. Or his feet.
I know. The thing about Courage is I know he's got that one tooth or like two teeth with a hole in it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so bad at drawing.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I cannot think of his face.
You know what's funny? I heard, I don't know if it's true or not, that Courage the Cowardly Dog was based on a real family that lived, I don't know where it was. I would just say in the middle of nowhere.
Don't talk to me. I need to finish his head.
Oh my God. Listen,
Oh my gosh.
I think anything that you've done is better than mine. Because mine broke his jaw. So it was a good attempt. However,
I can't think. It doesn't match his body at all.
I don't even want to see it. I just want to see the full copy.
No.
It's like I can picture everything else but the dog. I can picture the Muriel, Eustace, the house. Oh,
Okay, before I show you, I have to say, out of Larry the Lobster, as a girl, I guess, I could only think of his muscles. All right, let me see your courage.
This is my Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Oh, wow, that's actually not bad. Botched, I don't know what's going on with his bottom jaw, but
it's yeah.
that thing got unclipped and he never got that fixed.
Yeah, it's because I was gonna do his nose and then I couldn't cut into it, so I had to give him an extra line.
All right, ready for my Larry?
I don't know. Oh! Why does that look like? Okay, I think that's actually pretty good.
I need to pull it up and see what a picture of him actually looks like.
I would say for not knowing what he looks like, that is probably the best. I don't really like the head; it's too turtly for me. It's like a mixture of what's his name? Who's the turtle from Finding Nemo?
Oh,
It's like
Squirt.
No, that's the baby, the big one.
Oh, I don't remember.
I don't know, but that's what I pictured.
Oh, I'm gonna keep that in mind for next one if we do one of these.
Finding
Nemo
Nemo
would be a good topic.
We'll let the comments decide who has the better drawing. But for those of you listening on anywhere that's not video, unfortunately, you don't get to see those drawings. But we drew Plankton and Courage the Cowardly Dog. So hop onto the YouTube and see the clips from that.
Otherwise, I think that was our last little topic, little game for the episode.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up with a quick little thank you for tuning in.
Yeah.
This is our first podcast, so bear with us. It'll get better in the future.
We'll learn as we go.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye, bitches.
Peace out, fuckers.